I would like to introduce Module 2 to you. Module 2 is all about effective written communication. And this is really, really important. As much as we may not like to write or we may love to write, in business, written communication is quite vital. And some people think it's not really letters anymore. It could be everything from reports to presentations to email to social media posts to instant messages or even text messages with customers, suppliers, potential clients. So it's very important to understand how to write a written, effective business communication. And this module will take you through several different formats. And the key thing that I want you to pay attention to is at the beginning of this module, it talks about the writing process. And there's only 3 steps in this writing process. But if you're honest, and I'll be honest, there are times when we're doing a writing of some sort and we just do step 2, which is to write. But we kind of forget about step 1, which is planning, and step 3, which is completing, which is all the reviewing, editing, and revising. And sometimes that planning portion and that completing portion are way more important than the writing. So pay attention at the very beginning about the 3-step writing process. And then as we go through different types of written communication, think about that process. What should I be doing to plan before I write? And when I'm done writing, what should I be looking for to make sure that I'm editing or revising to make sure that it's going to be effective? The other thing that I really want you to look for, both in the presentation and in the reading in the textbook, is that there's a lot of examples of effective sentences using plain language, bias free language, using concise, concrete language. So be sure to look through all these different examples because they'll kind of show you the what not to do and what to do for all those writings. And there are several sample emails, different types of email, using an indirect approach and a direct approach. And you should look at the material to figure out when do I use the indirect approach and when do I use the direct approach. And finally, after we go through all those different types of written communication that we will use in business, the very end talks about a very important part of written communication that a lot of you are experiencing right now, or you will be when you graduate, which is the job search communication. And that's not just a resume. Some people think, okay, I've got a resume, I am all set. But you also will have to write emails. You'll have to do follow up emails, thank you emails, a cover letter, maybe even a LinkedIn profile. So, we are going to be finishing this talking about what are the written types of communications that you will need for the job search. And once again, in the textbook and in our presentation, there are a lot of examples. So be sure to look at those examples so you can kind of see what an effective written communication in the job search looks like.